Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we are taking a look at a military drama as we take a look at Courage Under Fire. And stay tuned for a bonus story as we take a look at the character profile of Captain Hook. And if you are enjoying these episodes, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new video. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. Today we're covering Courage Under Fire. This movie was released on July 12th, 1996. It was directed by Edward Zwick. And the screenplay was written by Patrick Shannon Duncan. The production companies were Davis Entertainment, Joseph M. Singer Entertainment, Friendly Films, and Fox 2000 Pictures, and it was distributed by 20th Century Fox. The budget for this movie was $46 million, and it did a box office return of $100.9 million. But let's take a look at the backstory. So like I said, in terms of the trivia, filmmakers reached out actually to the Pentagon when making this movie to gain access for military equipment to use in the movie, but they would deny the request. The reason for the denial was that the characters in the movie were not good soldiers among any of them, so they didn't want their equipment being represented with poor soldiers. Filmmakers would then outsource to several different organizations, including the Australian Army Centurion tanks. So let's take a look at the cast. So we have Denzel Washington, who plays Lieutenant Colonel Nathaniel Sterling. Meg Ryan, who plays Captain Karen Emma Wadden. Matt Damon, who plays Specialist Andrew Lalaro. Bronson Pinchot, who plays Bruno. Sean Austin, who plays Private Patala. Seth Gillian, who plays Sergeant Stephen Altmeyer. And Regina Taylor, who plays Meredith Sterling. In terms of the plot of the movie, the pilot of a rescue copter, Captain Karen Walden, died shortly before her helicopter crew was rescued after it crashed in Desert Storm. It first appears that she had made a spectacular rescue of a downed helicopter crew and then held her own crew to fight off the Iraqis after her copter crashed. Lieutenant Colonel Sterling, who is struggling with his own demons from Desert Storm, is assigned to investigate her worthiness for the Medal of Honor. But some conflicting accounts from her crew in the soldiers in area cause him to question whether she deserves it or not. So there's not a lot of kind of drama with this movie in terms of backstory and stuff like that in terms of production. But in terms of recommending this movie, I really thought this was an enjoyable movie because you got a linear storyline. But because the Denzel Washington character, he was interviewing different people, you got several different perspectives from what actually occurred. And then the end is a little bit of a twist as well. So definitely some great performances from Denzel Washington, as well as Matt Damon and Meg Ryan. So definitely worth checking out. So let's move on to our bonus story as we take a look at Captain Hook. The Disney version of Captain Hook first appeared in the Peter Pan animated movie in 1953. And this version differs from other Captain Hook because it enhances more comedy than the traditional version of the character, and in the animated version, he was more cowardly. The supervising animator of Captain Hook was Frank Thomas, and he modeled him after Charles II, and he was voiced by Hans Conrad originally, and currently he is being voiced by Corey Burton. So in addition to the Peter Pan film, he also appeared in Return to Neverland, as well as he is one of the villains in the anthology film Once Upon a Halloween. And the origins of Captain Hook are explored in the Disney Fairies film, The Pirate Fairy, where he is voiced by Tom Hiddleston. In live action films, Jude Law portrays Hook in Peter Pan and Wendy. And then in the Descendants film, Hook is portrayed by Joshua Cooley. In terms of TV appearances, Hook would make a cameo appearance in Raw Tunage, where he would have a sword fight with Tailspin character Don Carnage. He was also a frequent cameo appearance in House of Mouse, as well as he is the main antagonist in the Disney Junior show Jake and the Neverland Pirates. In terms of video games, Captain Hook appears in the Kingdom Hearts video games, and an animatronic Hook appears in the Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey Power of Illusions as the first boss that the Mickey and Oswald have to take on. Other games featuring Hook include the Disney Village Revenge, Disney Magic Kingdom, and Disney Mirrorverse and Disney Fortnite. So he's one of the main stage villains in most of those. In terms of the Disney parks, guests can often meet Captain Hook and his first mate Smee in Fantasyland or Adventureland, depending on the day. Hook is featured in the Disneyland version of Fantasmic. He also appears in Disney World in the Dream Along with Mickey live stage show. And Hook is often a meet and greet in the fireworks shows during Halloween events in both parks as well. And finally, on Disney on Ice, Hook is featured in the show Let's Party during the villain sequence. So Captain Hook is one of the main Disney villains that is often featured throughout Disney in different incarnations. So definitely one to always check out. So thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. I would invite anyone to please leave a comment below on what they think of Courage Under Fire, as well as if you have a favorite Captain Hook memory I would love for you to share. So as we look forward to our next episode, we are going to be taking a look at another Marvel Cinematic movie as we take a look at Captain America Civil War. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.